Now it just might be hopium, but I don't think it's over for North America yet. I know. We got our asses wiped at Brawl Cup. Let's get a quick and painful recap here. Tribe lost to Loud in set 5 when they drafted Draco into Stu Griff. They then proceeded to get upset by Toxic Lotus in the lower bracket, fully eliminating them from cup contention. And our second seed's journey was only marginally better. Twice, they lost to Zeta, but they did sweep Revenant, who was missing Sergeant Clash at the time. Side note, Elevate used a Meeple Hank cheese strat into Zeta out in the open on day 1, and then Zeta tried the same thing into Humble. Both times it went something like,
"Time for a game-changing play!"
Okay, anyhow, so if we came bottom 6 and 8 at Brawl Cup, what does that mean for our standings compared to the rest of the world? Are we really as bad as some people are making us out to be? Is Brawl Cup the last word? I don't think so. I think competitive Brawl Stars right now might be in a bit of an NFL any given Sunday type of situation, and I think Humble might be a perfect example of this. Let's look at how our Brawl Cup winners did on their first month back from LAN. They didn't make the monthly final. Just for some context, BSC qualifiers are double elimination on day 2, so you have 2 lives to make it to the monthly final. Humble lost 1-3 to Team Heretics and then 0-3 to Novo. SK, on the other hand, did make it to the monthly final, but they also lost in the round of 8 to Team Heretics. Who's that Team Heretics team? If you follow Brawl Esports, you'll know these 2 things. 1, Czar from North America recently transferred to Team Heretics. And 2, Heretics won the first EMEA monthly final right out of the second split. With NA and EU being 2 major rival regions, this sparked a lot of debate on Twitter. Some people downplayed the win this month, crediting the break period after Brawl Cup for SK and Humble's metaphorical letting off of the gas. And of course there was also some rage baiting, with both regions claiming that their lower tiers topple the other region's higher tiers. Czar did come from a team that was losing in the top 8 of NA to right away winning in EMEA, so there's that. Someone by the name of Enderman did, however, bring up a good point. The play environment for North America just sucks right now. There's always a lot of stuff going on in EMEA. There's a lot of leagues like Brawl Ball League, GKR, OWN Masters, just to name a few. South America also has occasional third-party LANs through Copa Brazil, but not North America. We had a huge dry spell of third-party tournaments up until GKR came through, but even then, I'm not really... Something that could potentially change the landscape soon is the Maturino update that was just announced. The incentive structures are changing a bit on the 1st of July, and the program changes are coming with new pins to replace the old ones. This means that there's going to be a lot of tournaments, a lot of crowdfunding incentivized by the new pins because people want to buy them and those pins raise the prize pools, and there's going to be a lot of money up for grabs that will encourage players to bring their A game because, you know, everyone wants to play for that money. All of those factors together will hopefully help raise that level of competition in the region. Third-party events or not, our teams have to step up. We have 3 more monthly seasons, 3 slots to Worlds, and just 1 last chance qualifier slot. Up until now, we have only really seen success in our region from Tribe winning the monthlies and Elevate running up right behind them. We didn't see any other teams make the grand finals in our first split, which is kinda really disappointing. If we are going to be stronger as a region on the global stage, I think it's really important for more teams to seriously start contending for that Apex position. And luckily right now, I think the summer split with double points is a great time to just start doing that. Let's take a look at the upcoming monthly finals bracket. Right off the bat, let's address the 2 missing teams. Code OG failed to qualify in an insane Set 5 match against SSG in the lower bracket of qualifiers. Following this loss, OG retired as a professional player, but it's rumored that he's going to be rejoining SSG as a coach. OG has a lot of history with the evolution of this SSG roster, and even made a World Grand Finals appearance with Bobby, Sans, and Czar back when they represented STMN in 2023. I personally think it's too fast of a turnaround to see any crazy results from this roster in June, but I could definitely see them getting a bit spicy in July and August. The Elevate roster from Split 1 have all completely gone out in their own directions. I mentioned earlier that Czar now plays on Team Heretics, but Juan Carlos now plays with STMN, and his Livy is now with Team Electros. Let's talk about both STMN and Team Electros. Both of these teams missed one of 3 monthly finals during the first split. When they made it to the monthly finals, both teams exited during the round of 8. STMN lost to Elevate both times, and Team Electros lost to Tribe both times. With Code OG and X Elevate being out of the picture, this lets them jump up a couple seeds and not be paired against Seed 1 and 2 in the first rounds from here on. This means that they're not facing Tribe and Elevate round 1 every single tournament. STMN, after the change, has had some really good success in the Maturino tournaments, and are now in a good seed as well to build some momentum for a good monthlies run, so I would definitely look out for them this split. Speaking about a good seed, Team Electros and the Pioneers have a unique, advantageous position this month. Let me explain. In the Brawl Stars Championship, maps and modes are predetermined so that teams can specifically practice and prepare their strategies for those exact maps. Every single quarterfinals match has its own lineup of maps. Same story with the semifinals, and the grand finals also has its own unique lineup of maps. Optimally, you'd want repeating maps to be kept to a minimum to make it fair for all of the teams, but that's really just not the case this month. In the grand finals, Layer Cake, Out in the Open, Dueling Beetles, and Double Swoosh are all repeat maps from the 4th quarterfinals match, which is where both Electros and Pioneers are seeded. No other quarterfinal matches have an advantage like this, where they get that many repeat maps in the grand finals. The Pioneers are a team that I would really love to see contend for the top of NA again. The heart of this roster used to play for Tribe and represented North America really well on the global stage in the past. Well, at least for the most part. On the other hand, Team Electros could be a true dark horse and really make a run for it sometime soon. This roster has been lurking for a while, chipping off sets some of the top teams, but they just haven't had their moment yet. I think it's also worth mentioning Eternal and New Heights. Eternal has only made one monthly final in the spring split, but, they were the only North American team to come close to beating Tribe in a BSC official this year. I don't know how I feel about New Heights yet. They had a very impressive win over Bobby's team in the June qualifiers, but I don't know if they would be able to topple Tribe in a monthly final. I'm definitely interested, however, in seeing how they develop throughout the rest of the year. But yeah, I don't think it's over for North America yet. I think the competition is a lot tighter than it appears to be, and I want to also see that gap close between Tribe, Elevate, and the rest of the pack in Split 2 here. Otherwise, we might be in a little bit of trouble heading into the end of the year. See ya. Peace.